Oh, did he fall?
Yes. He did a headstand.
I added up all of our kids' ages. It means that we have 45 collective parenting years under our belt, which means that when we started parenting Dove 15 years ago, we parented very differently than how we're parenting Rainier. We're much more interested in observing and respecting and listening and learning about where the child is at right now.
Instead of reacting really quickly based on our emotions.
I think that, but I also think instead of progressing, constantly trying to get them to the next stage. When we were with Dove, we were so excited as young parents, and we were like, oh, how fast can we get them to stand up? And how fast can we get them to crawl? And how fast can we get them to walk?
Potty train.
And we're always kind of like pushing them to the next step. And you could say pushing, you could say helping.
I actually think for both of us, we're learning how to just appreciate and just sit in the stage that our kids are at and say, this is good. This is really good. And in a blink of an eye, this is all going to be gone. So let's just sit here for a little bit.
And I think we believe that kids are going to just grow. It's natural. And we don't need to push them to grow. The best thing we can do as parents is help them at the stage they're at.
Yeah.
Growth just happens when health is there.
When Ben and I were young parents with Dove, I don't think we really appreciated her with the stages she was at and said, what can we learn from this stage? What can she learn from this stage? We were just like, next best thing. Okay, it felt suffocating to us to just sit there and just let it be. But through parenting years and wisdom, we realized that is the best thing we can do, is just to sit there and learn from this stage, and let her learn from this stage, and let the other kids now learn from this stage.
It's very unrushed, and it's very pleasurable, actually. I'm really excited about this parenting book. It's called Family Business, and it's about Patagonia's childcare program. And it's actually the best parenting book I've ever read, which is kind of embarrassing to say that the best parenting book I've ever read is written by a clothing company. Full disclosure, it's the only parenting book I've ever read. Here's just one page. It says, believing in the abilities of infants creates competent children. Then down here, it says, this is how they treat their babies. Babies are placed on their backs where they are free to move, rolling from side to side, and eventually rolling over. Each child follows a particular sequence of development that marks him or her as unique. We do our best to honor the process. And then over here it says, struggle is essential to becoming a capable person. And it shows this little tiny kid climbing this rock. The idea in a nutshell, practically speaking, is like this. You don't stand the child up, you let the child stand up on their own. And then you don't kind of walk with the child, you let the child walk on their own. And these signs are signs that they're ready. And kind of earning them, so to speak, is that gives them the strength and the honor and the dignity of where they're at to even accomplish them. So if you think about, if you help the moth out of the cocoon, it's like not strong enough. Like actually getting out of the cocoon is what gives it the strength and the enzymes and all these things to actually fly. I think it's kind of like that idea.
When they are struggling, I have a natural inclination to help them. Because this morning, Rainier was on the bed with Ben, and he was crawling over Ben and just fell off of Ben. And then as he was falling off of Ben, his arm got like caught underneath him, and he was like, ah! ah, ah. I said, Ben, he's crying. He's asking for help. And Ben's just sitting there. I know. Everything in me was like, help the baby, help the baby. But I just sat there because I just wanted to just sit with my own emotions and try to figure out, like, what is the best thing in this moment. Sure enough, within about 30 seconds, Rainier figured it out and he got his arm out. And it's this tension between when should we step in and help and when should we just hands off and observe the struggle.
And we want our kids to get help from us. But we have to learn that we have to help them for the right reasons, out of their own interests, not just to make ourselves feel better. So the irony is, in one sense, if you looked at us with Rainier compared to some of our other children, we're more attached than ever to him. You know, there's times when he wants Cammy. And before, we used to push our kids away and be like, hey, it's time for you to grow up, or like, we're sick of kids, or, you know, we need our space. And now more than ever, we're trying to listen to him. When he says, I want to be with Cammy, we can tell it from his body language. And Cammy has been very accommodating and more, I think, available than ever. And we give him that space. But then there's other times where he like jets off.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm like, wait, no, I need to.
And he wants to sit up. We're in a place where we want to respect that more and learn and watch him grow and appreciate that stage that he's at of exploring.
And I think for a mom, it's hard because you're constantly having to adjust yourself and say, okay, this is good, this is okay. And because there's this need in moms to be needed by their babies and then by their children and then probably by their adult children, although I'm not there yet. That need isn't bad, but it's that tension of, well, when is this need stunting my child and really stunting myself?
We not only respect children, we demonstrate a respect every time we interact with them. Respecting a child means treating even the youngest infant as a unique human being, not as an object. And without realizing it, I think in the past, it's really easy to treat children as objects. We base our identity off how they perform well, and we didn't listen and observe and respect. We're just like, oh, you're 9 months, you should be doing blank. Or, you know, you're just an accessory to my life. And we feel like if we do that, we're actually missing out on what kids are and what they're for and how special they are. So this doesn't come from a place of guilt of like, oh crap, our kid's not gonna turn out. But as parents, we want the best experience. We believe children are a blessing. And this is one of the ways we get to see this angle on life. It's so cool. We gotta frickin' wrap this up. This is 11 minutes long. We haven't even done anything today.
Yeah, we have. Drinking coffee and hung out with our kids and... Oh.
Name the mountain.
Yeah.
This is really funny. When we were getting donuts on Saturday, I overheard these two ladies behind us in line speaking Korean. So I said the only Korean word I know, which is annyeonghaseyo, which is hello, because my mom's Korean. And we started talking. Anyways, they hung out with my mom for like 2 hours today.
When he was 4 years old, then.
I'm taking Eden out to lunch. How's your sandwich? I got a salad. That was my attempt to be healthy, but I actually don't think it's all that healthier. Eden's favorite store. We're home. Very tired baby.
Hey, move it. Hey. Ah.
He's crawling. He's crawling. Come on. Hey. Hi, bud. Nope, not you, Leia. Hi, buddy. Leia. Hi. Leia, stop. reason why I wanted to take Eden out was I wanted to help prepare her for becoming a woman. And I wanted to talk to her about what happens in your body. And I didn't want that to be a shock to her. And I didn't want her to feel alone in it. I felt that way. I didn't feel like I had anyone really to talk to about it. And I wanted her to know, if you have problems, if you have questions, I want you to know I want to be that person. And I wanted to shape her belief in that what's happening to your body is a really beautiful thing. And not something to say, ew, yuck, or, oh man. It's not a negative thing. I mean, yeah, it can be hard sometimes, but really what's going on is really and truly beautiful.
We have a decision to make. Do we take our normal short run, which is about 4 miles? Or do we take the longer run, which is about 6 miles?
Short. Long run.
I haven't done a long run since I had the baby. It's always hard to get back into something, but I feel like you just kind of have to take the plunge. Filia's never done this run. And look at her go. She's ahead of all of us.
Ever since the day that you went away, you've been sending flowers to me, flowers today, instead of sending flowers, come back to me, and hold me in your arms again, flowers to me, flowers today, instead of sending flowers, come back to me, and hold me in your arms, sending flowers to me, send me no flowers today, instead of sending flowers, come back to me, and hold me in your arms again. You've been sending flowers to me, send me no flowers today, instead of sending flowers, come back to me, and hold me in your arms again. Ever since the day that you went away, The longer ones are really funner than our regular runs, but because we got to like go on the swing, run in water, and go in the mist, and like it was like the funnest run. Ever since the day that you went away.
We're gonna make it. Right here. She did it. You did it.
Woo.
6 miles. Give me a high five. That's the longest she's ever run.
Yeah.
Good job.
You've been sending flowers to me, flowers today.
We're up to 14 patrons, and I didn't think we would get that many, and I'm really excited. We're really excited. And if you're watching this and you're deciding, hey, I want to support them too, we have a link down below that you can check out.